Just what is DC? Well, the letters DC are two letters that actually have a lot of different meanings. You know, in texting lingo, DC or IDC means I don't care. Yeah, that's definitely not how I feel about my city. You know, sometimes it's pretty hard though, especially with those confusing parking signs. All those potholes and the seemingly endless construction. Oh yeah, did I mention the potholes? Because yeah, there are a lot of those. But DC is a place that I love. DC is history. DC is family. DC is mumbo sauce. DC is faith. DC is. Now my DC will always be Chocolate City. A city full of character, full of life, and a city full of promise. Today, DC is a little different. There's a lot less chocolate, and in the words of Dave Chappelle, DC is changing, man. DC is changing. But DC still is a city that is constantly redefining itself. It's still full of character, full of life, and if we remember the past, DC will always be a place full of promise. Today, DC is bike share. DC is hope. DC is condos. They're popping up everywhere. If you blink, you might turn into a condo. I don't know how they do it. DC is cupcake shops. DC is the big share. DC is, well, more condos. Like literally, how many condos can we build? I counted. There are 8,000 condos, 35 parking spaces. Like, where are people parking? And Lord knows I can't even afford to live in one of these places. Well, let's move on. DC is Georgetown. If you don't know, Georgetown actually began as a slave port in the city. Years later, it became the thriving epicenter of black life. And today, Georgetown is a virtually all-white enclave. And it's one of the wealthiest places per square foot in America. Started from the bottom, now we're here. DC is gentrification. DC is changing. That's just what it is. But DC is still old, and DC is becoming new. DC means so many things to so many different people. But what really binds us together and makes DC what it is are its people. And pets, but most of the people. These beautiful faces make up our city. My city, DC. Oh, and there's one other thing I forgot. DC is also, what is it? Rush hour traffic. It gets crazy out here. This is my city, Washington, DC.